What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a Sunday night live stream. Tonight, we're talking about YouTube Shorts. Even though YouTube Shorts has been rolled out for a little bit in India and various parts of the world, it has been rolling out with the Shorts camera recently in the US, and there's still a ton of confusion about this. I've made 2 videos about it, but my comments continue to get flooded, so I thought I would do a live stream to try to answer as many comments as humanly possible. So when this live stream is over, hopefully your questions will be answered and you'll be ready to make YouTube Shorts. So how's everybody doing? How is your week? And by the way, if you want to ask a question, just type in the word question so I can identify that in the chat. Because once the chat gets spinning here, it's going to be hard to pick out which questions are what and who's just making a comment. And of course, Doug Hughes YT is going to be in here holding it down. How's everybody doing? A little bit later than usual, and I haven't live streamed. This is I skipped a couple of weeks. Life got in the way. That happened, so here we are. So let's get started and talk about what YouTube Shorts is for those of you who, hey Tommy, coming in with the first question, where you been? Tommy, life got in the way. Life happens, life gets in the way, and sometimes you have to put YouTube on the shelf, not the short shelf, but sometimes you have to put YouTube on the shelf, but I'm back. So yeah, I'm back. All right, so let's first talk about what YouTube Shorts is. For those of you who don't know, I know a lot of you who've been following my channel, you know what it is. A lot of you are using YouTube Shorts. A lot of you are getting a lot of success from YouTube Shorts, but there's still a lot of confusion. So let's start with this. YouTube Shorts is a new short video feature from YouTube that is in vertical format, or it's in square format. So a 1:1 ratio or a 9:16 ratio. So it's either vertical or it's square. When this first started out, it was vertical only, but now there's a lot of square videos that are going up into the YouTube Short shelf. Now, the length of the YouTube Short is going to be 60 seconds or less. 60 seconds or less. And it shows up in a particular place on the YouTube homepage and underneath the video. So let me show you what that looks like really quickly. So this is what's called the short shelf. And you see the little icon up here in the top, little red icon, and it says Shorts Beta. And then the Shorts videos shows up here. This is different than YouTube Stories. So you can tap in on those and you can scroll through them and watch the different shorts, 60 seconds or less. Now, this is the holy grail for traffic, right? So if you create a YouTube Short, it automatically uploads to your channel, and currently it sits amongst all of your other videos, which can be kind of confusing to your subscribers and you know what's going on, and it kind of clutters up your page a little bit, but YouTube is going to fix that. But all of the traffic for shorts, like this is where you want to be. You want to be inside of the YouTube Short shelf if you want traffic. If you want to see explosive growth, you want to see a ton of views, this is not only where you want to go, but this is where you want to stay. This is where you want to actually stay. And Timer Bernard dropping a super chat here.
Super chat.
Great to see you, but we missed the funk. I'm not going to be dropping the funk tonight. I'm going to be answering questions tonight. I'm trying to do a little bit more of a serious live stream tonight. Answer questions because my comments for my shorts videos are just, you know what? I made those videos thinking that I was going to help a bunch of people. And I think I did to some degree, but I think it actually added more confusion than anything because my comments are just getting flooded with, what about this? What about this? What about that? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scroll back through the chat right here because I saw, yeah, we got a thumbs down already. I saw someone asking a question out of the gate. And by the way, if you guys are curious about how to ask a question, just look in the description real quick underneath the live stream. I just show you the format of how to ask a question so that I can identify a question in the chat. Pretty much like this. Question like that, and then ask your question. Hey, Pete, how you doing, man? Hey, Sammy. Hey, Tom Buck, how's it going, man? Nice to see you, man. It says, glad you're back at it. The pod mic is sounding great. Well, as you know, I got the Shure SM58 because of you, because I couldn't get the pod mic at that particular time, but then I was able to get the pod mic. So all of this is per your recommendation. So everybody in the chat, you need to follow this guy. Every single person in here, you need to follow Tom Buck. And congratulations on 60,000 subscribers. And congratulations on transitioning from a teacher to a full-time YouTuber. That's awesome, man. All right, let's see what the questions is. Hey, Sweeney, I saw a question. Where did it go? There it is. Okay, do I need to add a hashtag shorts tag on the title and description? Okay, that's a great first question. And let's talk about that because there's a lot of confusion here. When YouTube Shorts first rolled out, when they first gave it to India, and then they gave the rest of the world the opportunity to upload shorts for themselves, they said, write your title and write your description and put hashtag shorts in either the title or the description. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people did that, and a lot of people ended up on the short shelf. But what we're seeing now is videos without the hashtag are still ending up in the short shelf if it is a vertical format video or if it is a 1x1 square video. So I would say this, and YouTube still recommends this, so I would say this, until YouTube tells us differently, I would still continue to put the hashtag shorts either at the end of the title or somewhere in your description, like down at the bottom of your description or somewhere in the title. I would still put that in there until YouTube tells us differently. Because what you don't want to do is upload a bunch of shorts and then YouTube decide, a month from now or 2 months from now, hey, you know what, we're going to help categorize these by all the people who put hashtag shorts in the title or the description, right? And then you're going to go, I got to go back and do all that stuff. So even though you don't have to do it, right? If it's a really good video, it can still end up on the short shelf without the hashtag put in there, but I do recommend continue to add that in there. Small YouTubers here for the tea. Don't get sneaky in here with the sub for sub if that's what you're looking for, but I'm here for the water. And today's show is sponsored by Streamyard, who sent me this huge cereal bowl-sized cup, and I'm going to hydrate. Urban Explorer, how's it going, man? Your lives are getting later and later. So I'm trying to sneak through, man. Trying to sneak through so you don't catch me live. Question. All right, thank you for the format here. How do you make shorts stay on the shelf? Fantastic question. Okay, let's talk about what YouTube is in general with videos, okay? YouTube looks at video performance based on how an audience responds to your video. That applies to the videos that you upload to your channel, and that applies to your YouTube Shorts. So if you upload a video, just a normal video to your channel, and you have a good click-through rate, and you have a good audience watch time, average view duration, a good average view percentage, right? That means the audience responded positively to your video. So if you're uploading a video, you're getting a decent amount of views, and you're getting people watching 50, 60, 70, 80% of your video, and your click-through rate is high, that's considered good performance for YouTube, and they're probably going to push that video out a lot more, okay? Same thing for shorts when it comes to performance. And here's the thing to keep in mind with YouTube Shorts. Let me remove your question for just a second here and show you this. So this is something to keep in mind with YouTube Shorts. Look at the view counts of some of these shorts, right? So, 2.8 million views, 6 million views, 7.2 million views, 6.5 million views, right? That's a lot of views. The screenshot that I just took today for this, what is that? 14 million views on that first one. And then the next one over is 46 million views, right? That's a lot of views that the top shorts are having. So the problem comes is when smaller channels or channels that are just randomly uploading shorts, or they don't really know how to get people to watch it to the end, they're uploading shorts and they might be getting a couple of hundred views, right? Then YouTube looks at this and says, okay, performance-wise, this isn't the best video, right? We put it up there, maybe you got a couple hundred views, maybe you got a couple of thousand views, maybe you got 15,000 or 20,000 views, but you're competing against shorts that have hundreds of thousands and sometimes millions of views. So I would say if your shorts are going up and if you're not getting hundreds of thousands or you're not getting millions of views, YouTube is going to rotate you out of the short shelf because it's all based on performance, right? Now, if you upload that short and it just goes viral, it's a banger. Here's hundreds of views, thousands of views, tens of thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of views. Maybe you move into the millions of views. Then YouTube is going to be more inclined to actually keep your video in the short shelf. Now, something does happen here. If you upload your short and it does well, also you got to keep in mind that there's only a limited amount of space for YouTube Shorts, right? It's not an entire platform full of shorts, short form content like TikTok is. There's only limited space in YouTube for shorts, so they have to rotate videos in and out. So if you first upload a short and it does well, not millions well, but maybe a couple thousands well, and then they rotate it out and they put the more popular shorts up there, but there is a good chance, based on performance, that they are going to put your short back into rotation and test it out again. They might test it out for an hour, 30 minutes, a couple days. It might go in there again, but it comes down to video performance. That's really the thing. People say, hey, my short isn't staying in this shelf. It's getting lost or it's not going in there in the first place. It comes down to video performance. And I think Pixelpia, thank you, Pixelpia says, let the funk get started. So I'm not doing the whole funk super chat tonight. I'm trying to do something that's answering more questions, but let me just sneak a little one in there for you.
Super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, Pixelpia. I've always got to drop the funk for you. We're going to mix that one in with Timer Bernard's super chat. I do appreciate it. Shorts, meh. I don't know. You might be able to do really well with shorts. You never know. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Let me see what I've missed here. Question, what are some ideas for shorts, like content ideas? That's a great question. Okay, so here's where a lot of people go wrong. You have a channel full of one type of content, and you make shorts about a different type of content. So let's say, mini funk, I love it. So let's say you have I don't know if Paul Peck Drywall Tube is in here or not, but let's say you have a drywall or a YouTube channel about how to hang drywall, right? Your audience is interested in you hanging drywall. They want to learn how to hang drywall. They want to learn how to fix and skim coat drywall. But then if you came over and you started doing YouTube shorts about recipes and how you fixed your engine, or maybe you're doing some challenges or dances or something like that, you're completely segmenting your audience, because of the people who find you through the short shelf, the people who find you through YouTube shorts, like, oh, wow, I love these challenges. I love the reaction videos that you're doing with shorts. And then they come over to your YouTube channel because they want to subscribe and follow you. And they go, wait a minute, here's a whole video or here's a whole channel about drywall. This has nothing to do with your shorts. So here's what I recommend that you do. Whatever type of content you're currently making on your main channel, you need to make your shorts similar type of content, because if you pull new viewers and new subscribers, new people that you want to convert into subscribers, when they find you through shorts, you want to make sure that they enjoy the rest of your content as well. So when it comes to ideas, look at what has been successful with your main videos, right? You can go through and you can look at your view count. You can even sort by the most popular. And you can say, okay, these are my most popular videos. How can I make 15 or 20 or even 30-second versions of this, or just little mini clips of these shorts? How can I do that? And then do those, right, based on your performance. Because if you pull people in, you want to make sure that it's in alignment with the type of content that you're making for your long-form content. No matter what size, you got your mini fix. There you go. There you go. We might get into some funk a little bit later on. I just want to power through these questions because like I said, the videos that I made 2 videos on YouTube Shorts, and I'm just getting so many questions coming in there. And I'm just like, you know what? I'll just do a live stream. I'll do a live stream and see if I can answer more questions here. Question, how do we tell you from Nick? You both look the same. That's great. You just crossed 161,000 subscribers. Yes, way to go. Thanks for the tips from you. Hey, man, that is no easy task, so high five on that. And here's how you can tell us apart. Usually, I wear a hat, and he doesn't when we're together. So we do live streams together. I usually have the hat on. I usually go live with earphones. Nick usually does not wear earphones like this when he goes live, so that's one way to tell us apart. And another way to tell us apart is I'm just, if you put us side by each, I'm the one that's more devilishly handsome. I don't know what to tell you. In my opinion, YouTube Shorts algorithm is genuinely broken. I created a test channel where I uploaded 3 shorts every day for 3 days in a row, 20,000 total channel views, and 587 subscribers. That's not broken. That's actually what Shorts is supposed to do. So here's the thing. YouTube Shorts has leveled the playing field, right? So the YouTube Shorts algorithm is an algorithm that governs YouTube Shorts, right? Like search traffic has an algorithm, suggested traffic has an algorithm, the YouTube homepage has an algorithm. There's multiple algorithms running on YouTube, and now YouTube Shorts has an algorithm. And this is why so many new channels and smaller channels have been able to grow their channels quickly, is because they've made shorts that have connected with an audience. I've done some testing as well on YouTube Shorts, and I've started new channels and just testing out various things. And I've also had a lot of success with those channels and just wild success, uploading just videos. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see what type of video or how this will do, this type of video will perform. Some of them didn't do well. Some of them performed very well. And those channels can grow really quickly and you can get a lot of views. So I don't think it's broken at all. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. And it's letting everybody who can make short form content have a chance of growing. Hey, Heidi, how you doing? Well, let me see here. I'm looking for questions, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Hey, Matt Carves, how you doing, man? Mr. Camera Junkie, how you doing, sir? So for those of you who are just joining us, we are answering questions about YouTube Shorts tonight. Normally we do like a mobile creator, mobile YouTuber Q&A, but tonight is about YouTube Shorts. Matt Carves coming in with the next question. Nice to see you, Matt. It says, is it good to do a short trailer of a longer video? And when should you post it, before or after the main video? Fantastic question. Now, there is a strategy that you can use to pull people from a short and direct them over to your main video. Daniel Battelle called this the picture and the catcher, right? In baseball terms. Here's the thing, though. You don't want to make a short that just plays like a preview, like a trailer, right? Like that's not what you want to do. The short needs to stand alone by itself, to whereas if they just saw the short, that's good enough. So what you want to do, if you want to get them to come over and watch a longer video, of course, you would put the longer video up first, then you upload the short, but the short has to be, worthy enough to stand alone on its own to begin with. But then tell them, right at the very beginning, and tell them quickly, because we're talking about seconds here, and seconds matter when all you have is 60 maximum, right? So at the very end, just let them know, if you want to see a full-length version of this, I'm putting a link down in the description. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. And then you can put a link to that video in the description of your YouTube short. Some people will come over and check it out if they're interested, but some people won't. But the trick is, don't make the short just a preview. Don't make it just a trailer. Edit that to where if it just only ended up on the short shelf by itself and nobody wanted to watch the longer video, it could be a standalone video. The only difference is at the very end, the last few seconds, you just quickly tell them that there's a link in the description if they want to watch you go into more detail on how to do something. So that is a strategy. You can use that. Let me see, scrolling. Okay, have you tested shorts? And if so, have you found the shorter, the better? Yeah, I've tested a lot of different shorts. I haven't done it on my main channel. I've created a bunch of different channels, new channels, and I've tested them out there to see what works, what doesn't work for a brand new channel, and some of the channels that I work with. We've tested different short strategies with that. So here's the thing about that. So YouTube Shorts can be up to 60 seconds long, but take a look at this. I took a screenshot directly out of off the YouTube Google Doc on this one when they're talking about YouTube Shorts. So and this is directly from YouTube. It says content created using the Shorts camera is limited to 15 seconds. Now the Shorts camera, not everybody has that yet, but you will eventually have it. This is a camera option that's inside of the YouTube app itself to actually record the video inside the YouTube app like TikTok does. So while anything up to 60 seconds can appear on the shelf, we recommend that you focus on 15-second videos that are quickly and easily enjoyed by the viewer. That part is key. YouTube recommends 15-second shorts. Now, they allow us to make up to 60-second shorts, but the reason why they recommend 15 seconds is because they want viewers to complete the short, right? If you're uploading a 60-second short or a 50-second short, but only 20% of the people are finishing that, they're completing it, well, that doesn't do you any good at all. But if you've got a 15 or 20-second short, there's a good probability, if it's a good video, that people can complete that short, maybe even 100%. And that's the sort of thing that YouTube is actually looking for. That's why they're recommending 15%. Now, I know some larger channels, I've talked to a lot of larger channels who are making shorts. They all say the same thing. They say 20, 25, maybe up to 30 seconds is their sweet spot, right? They all kind of have that same sweet spot. And the goal isn't that it has to be 15 seconds. That's YouTube's way of saying, hey, create a short video that the viewer is more likely to complete that video. So it's a good thing there. So if you can get people to watch 100% of 15 seconds, then make a 20-second video. And if you can get 100% completion rate on a 20-second video, make it a little bit longer, and so on and so forth. It really comes down to you and the videos that you're making. But if you're making 60 seconds and nobody's watching up to 60 seconds, it's not doing you any good. Let me see here. Scrolling back through the chat, trying to nail as many questions as I can. Question, did anyone get access to the Shorts camera yet? I don't have access to the Shorts camera. However, I know people who do. I've seen it. One cool, really exciting thing about the Shorts camera is that once it fully rolls out, you do get music. So popular music is being added to the Shorts camera, so you can add short pieces of popular music to your videos without risk of copyright from YouTube. So that's super exciting. See what I've missed here. Scrolling through the chat. Hey, Doug, if you can you please help me keep track of the order if you're not busy? Hey, D, what's the correct aspect ratio for Shorts? Okay, for aspect ratio, you're either going to want a vertical format, which is 9:16 ratio, or you want a square, which is 1:1. Now, I've seen both in there, but from a viewer's perspective, I like the ones that fill up my screen, which would be 9:16. I think the ones that are square, that look like they go on Instagram, I mean, those work. I mean, if it's a great video, it's a great video, but I just like when my phone screen gets filled up. I like it. Let me see. Rogue, you have been noticed. Now sit down. Behave, Rogue, behave. Good morning, Mark Hasselbach. How you doing, sir? Let me see. Scrolling through the chat. I'm looking for the next questions here. I'm a little bit behind. Bear with me. Okay, question. If you make a shorts about shorts while wearing shorts, will the universe implode? It probably. It's like the Thanos snap. That'll be the end of everything. The blip will happen. But seriously, will 16:9 be included soon, you think? I don't know. So here's the thing about ratios. So in terms of ratio, so this, the vertical up and down, this is 9:16. When you turn something landscape like this then becomes 16:9. That's the actual ratio for it. And 1:1 is a perfect square. I mean, you can upload 16:9, but people are going to have to actually turn their phone, which, I mean, it's still 9:16, but you can rotate it and send it up that way. People will have to turn their phone to turn it, or you can upload 16:9 and put black spaces on the top and the bottom, but the ratio is still going to be 9:16, or you're going to have to crop it into 1:1. I think the whole thing about short form content, it's all vertical, right? TikTok is vertical, Dub Smash is vertical, Instagram Reels is vertical, Likey is vertical, YouTube Shorts is vertical. The idea is that it fills up your entire phone. It's more of an immersive experience and fills up your phone instead of something where you got to turn it sideways or things are cropped out. So I don't know. They could add it in the future, but it just makes sense to fill out the screen vertically. How do I turn a clip from a long form horizontal video into a vertical video? How do I turn a clip from a long? Okay, so you've made a landscape video and you want to know how to turn it into a vertical video. So what you're going to have to do is take that video, put it into your video editor, whatever you're using, and you're going to have to change the canvas size, right? So previously, when you did a landscape video, that canvas size was a 16:9 ratio. What you want to do is put that video in there and do a 9:16 ratio or a 1:1 ratio. And then using keyframes or by moving it around, you're going to have to reframe the entire video. So you're going to have to go through, chop the video, take the best parts and condense it down into whatever, 15, 20, 25 seconds. And you might have to use keyframes to move it around to center that if you need something to move around, and then render it out that way. But without knowing what video editing software or app you're using, I can't give you exact information, but that's generalizing how you would do it. How to use, okay, I already answered that one. I'm catching up here. Microfunk, I love it. HHG got 38,000 subscribers from shorts in Rocket League. Fantastic. Yeah, Paul Peck does amazingly well with YouTube shorts. Absolutely. And it's all drywall related, right? It's all drywall related. Funk or no funk, D is the man. I appreciate you. Okay, question. I make gaming shorts. What is the correct aspect ratio to use? I just covered that. So, okay, I'm going to go a little bit further. So if you've made your video, your gaming video, 16:9 ratio, right? That's the wide. Just like you're watching this right now, this ratio is 16:9. So open up your video editing app or your software, change the canvas to 9:16 or 1:1. I think 9:16 would be better. Use keyframes to actually move it around so you can create your vertical video and then upload it that way. Render it out and then upload it. See if I missed anything. Some of my shorts have been getting 600 views. That's really good for my channel. Fantastic. I love to hear it. Congratulations. Question, do tags still matter for shorts? I assume they do, but I thought asking, okay, yeah. So here's the thing about YouTube tags in general. YouTube tags, and everybody sit down for this. Hey, Titastic. YouTube tags are not that important, right? We've known this for a couple of years now. For a handful of years, we've actually known this. They used to be really important, but now they're just not that important right now for a couple of reasons. Now, YouTube still does give us the feature. YouTube does still allow us to add tags. And what YouTube has said is that if there's misspellings or there's different ways to say something, like that's how you use tags, you don't need to just go in and stuff all your tags and think that that's going to move the needle for you, because it's not. Of all the features that we have when we're uploading video, tags are the absolute least important. In fact, you can go look at plenty of viral videos, plenty of videos that are wildly successful. They have no tags at all. The reason why tags are no longer important is because YouTube is making its own internal tags. When we upload a video, YouTube is able to scan every single frame of our video. They look at everything in our video. Like right now, they can scan this. They can see I'm a male, I have a beard, I don't have hair, I have glasses, there's a microphone, there's blue in the background. They can see that I'm holding up a phone. They can see I'm holding up an iPhone. They're very specific. They could even tell that this is an iPhone 11. They're very, very specific. And it analyzes all the frames in the videos, and it makes its own internal tags based on what it sees and what you say. That's why the tags that we upload are not important anymore, because YouTube is making its own internal tags. So there's that. There is that. Interesting. I did 2 shorts last night and to do some testing around thumbnails. So far, I've debunked a few theories. I'd love to hear about the theories, man. We could talk about them or make a video about it, and I'll share it. Let me know. Question. I do Forza Horizon for content, long-form content, but I tried shorts before Forza Horizon 4, and it blew up. It was Minecraft 4. Do I stick to Minecraft or stick to Forza Horizon 4? So I'll say this. Minecraft gamers are having crazy success with YouTube Shorts right now. Crazy, crazy, crazy success with YouTube Shorts. But if you make Minecraft Shorts and people subscribe because they're expecting more Minecraft content and you don't give that to them, they're going to be disappointed. There's a good chance they're going to bail. So whatever game you're playing on your channel, that's the shorts that you want to make.
Welcome to the Nimminati.
Beanie Draws, welcome back, sir, to the Nimminati. How you doing? Thank you. Hope you're doing well, man. Hey, scruffy looking RGB. Love the name. Okay, Prime Time says, hey, D, how can you guarantee if someone watches a short that they will watch the full content on the YouTube video? You don't. You can't guarantee anything. There's no guarantees. Here's the thing about shorts. The short needs to be good enough to stand on its own, right? Keep that in mind. The short has to be good enough to stand on its own. If you do try to bring them over to watch long-form content, and that's a perfectly good strategy, tell them at the very end that there's a link in the description to watch. Okay, let's just say, for example, I wanted to make a YouTube short about a video editing app, right? So let's say the video editing app is Videoleap, right? I do a short, I talk about, short comes on, I give them a hook. Here's the best free video editing app for iPhone. And I just do really fast, really quick editing. I go through it. And then let's say I have a longer form video at the end, or a longer video on my channel. So I go through these quick tips on Videoleap. And then at the end of the short, I might say, if you want to deep dive into Videoleap and learn all the tips and tricks to make you become a better mobile editor, I got a link in the description. Click on that link so you can watch a longer video. I'm going to say that really quickly at the end. Some of those people are going to come over. Some of them are not going to come over. But I'm going to make that short good enough, talking about Videoleap, that if that's the only thing that they saw, that's good enough. They thought that was a good video. Mr. ELO, ELO, how you doing, sir?
Super Chat.
Quote unquote, very good information tonight. Thank you. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. And I think I got a, Heidi, how you doing? Coming in asking for some mini funk. Let's do it. Let's do a little bit here. Let's do a
Super Chat.
Thank you, Heidi. I appreciate it. Coming in with some mini funk super chats tonight. I appreciate you, Heidi. What is going on? All right. Scrolling up, see what I missed here. Trying. Hey, Brendan, how you doing? Thanks for the answer, D. It's what I needed. I use KineMaster. Okay, perfect. So when you open up KineMaster, right, you want to open up KineMaster. Don't just try to go in and open up your old project. What you want to do is create a new project and choose the new canvas size, and then take your old rendered video and then pull that into the timeline. And you can use the keyframes inside of KineMaster. You can definitely do it that way. So you're in good hands there. Adding stickers gives a little flair to your shorts. Absolutely. Anything that you can do to get people's attention. Use little stickers, little things that pop up to catch their eye. Short form content for the most part, right? If you go and you start scrolling through shorts, it's going to be something really interesting or really funny or something that's really, you have to watch to the end. Like at the beginning, you get, oh, well, something's going to happen here, right? They pique your curiosity and they build up your curiosity to where you have to watch to the end to see what actually happens. Hey, Driven Truckin', how you doing, man? Are shorts completely separate from long form? If a viewer watches a short, will they be recommended long form later? Yes, they are totally separate, right? So long form can be as long as you want it to be. Short YouTube shorts are going to be 60 seconds or less. Now, here's the thing about YouTube. So your answer kind of has a yes to it. The more you can get a viewer to engage with your channel, to get them to watch as many videos as possible, including YouTube shorts, that's going to increase the likelihood that YouTube actually shows them more of your videos. So if YouTube sees that a viewer likes the shorts that you make, like, hey, this viewer, every time Driven Truckin' uploads shorts, this viewer watches shorts. So YouTube is going to make sure that when you upload another short, that short is going to end up on the short shelf in front of that viewer because they think that that viewer is going to watch your shorts. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be recommended your long form video. It may be. It could be. It could be something that YouTube tests. YouTube is constantly testing things, right? They're constantly trying to see what people are going to watch. So the answer to you is yes, they would probably get recommended shorts if they're watching your shorts, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get recommended a long form video. Could be. Could be. It depends how much, if they just watch one short and they move on, no, probably not. But if they're binge watching your shorts, then there's a high probability that YouTube is just going to show them more of your content. Let me see here. What do I got? Gulf Coast Granny, thank you so much for the super chat.
Super Chat.
I appreciate you so much. Sharing is caring, folks. Share this video with someone you think should learn about YouTube Shorts. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. When I upload my shorts, it seems my subscribers don't like them. Okay, let's pause here for a second. Are you making content for shorts that is in alignment with the content you're making on your channel? This is very important. So let's say you're doing homemade recipes right? Homemade organic recipes on your channel. Every video is how to make this, how to make this, how to make that, how to make this, how to make that. But your YouTube shorts, you're doing reaction videos, or you're doing dance videos, or you're vlogging, or you're doing something different than what your main channel is about. And then you're uploading those. Well, your subscribers are seeing those shorts. And they're like, hey, I didn't subscribe for this. I subscribed for the recipes, and you're not giving me recipes. So that could be why you're losing subscribers. So make sure that your shorts are in alignment with the content that you're making on your channel, right? If you're dividing that and you're making two different types of content, you are attracting a new audience while turning your old audience off, and that could be why they're leaving. High probability, that's why they're leaving. Yes, the other thing about subscribers and shorts, be mindful if you have to notify your subscribers or not, right? On a desktop computer, if you're uploading your video, I believe you might have to go into advanced. I don't remember exactly where it is, but there is a place to check or uncheck to notify your subscribers of a video. So when you go through and you're uploading a short and you're like, I do not want to send a notification to my subscribers, there is an option to actually turn that off. Hey, Scully, how you doing, man? Short strategies are needed. Yeah, that's the best way to do it, right? Make a short that is good enough to stand on its own. And then at the very end of that short, for just like the last 3 or 4 seconds, let them know if they want to learn more or see a longer video. There's going to be a link in the description, and then put a link to that other video down in the description. G. Michael Jr., how you doing, sir? What are the best practices to create custom thumbnails for shorts or let them ride as automated? Great question. Let me hydrate and I'll answer that question. Okay. If you're going to make a thumbnail for YouTube shorts, first and foremost, we have to talk about if you're making a short with the shorts camera, which is inside the YouTube app, currently they don't allow you to make the thumbnail there. However, once it's published, you can go back, use the YT Studio app. You can go back and upload a thumbnail there. If you're doing it on a desktop computer, you can add a thumbnail just like normal, just like you would there. So I would recommend make a thumbnail just like you would any other thumbnail. I don't think you have to put shorts on it. You don't have to put hashtag shorts on it. I see a lot of people are identifying that it's a short. I don't think you need to do that. Just make a good looking thumbnail that people will click on because even though the traffic, for the most part, the explosive traffic comes in the short shelf, that video is also all over YouTube, just like any of your other videos. It could show up being suggested as another video. It could show up through search traffic. And that's where you want your thumbnail to look good. Now, if it does go in the short shelf, and for those of you who just joined us, I'm going to pull this back up on the screen here. The short shelf is this. So when you open up YouTube and you scroll down, you're going to see this shorts area, just like this little red icon. It's going to say shorts. That's the actual short shelf. It shows up on the homepage and it shows up underneath an actual video, right? That's where all the traffic is for shorts. When you hear people say, I'm getting thousands of views from YouTube shorts, it's because it ends up here. But you'll notice that thumbnails do not show up here. So even though you upload a video and you have a thumbnail, when that video is anywhere else on YouTube, the thumbnail shows up. But if it goes in the short shelf, YouTube does not show that thumbnail. It instead takes screenshots and it puts a screenshot that it believes is the best screenshot to use. Let me see here. Does it automatically go in the short shelf? No, it does not. Currently, it does not. Some channels are having crazy success. So I created a couple of test channels. Some of the shorts that I uploaded never went to the short shelf. Some of the shorts that I uploaded, for no reason whatsoever, immediately went into the short shelf. So I haven't been able to crack the code just yet because I've created brand new channels with no subscribers, and some of them went into the short shelf, some of them did not go into the short shelf. I know larger channels that upload shorts, and sometimes they immediately go into the short shelf. Sometimes it takes a little bit, but it can take 30 days or 40 days or 45 days for a video to actually end up in the short shelf. So it could go up there immediately, or it could take a month or a month and a half, or not at all. We don't have clear information just yet about exactly why YouTube puts some in and some not. And from hey John, how you doing, man? Nice to tune here. From a performance perspective, it makes sense. So if you upload a short and you have subscribers, and those subscribers are the first people to see that short, and YouTube says, wow, the subscribers on this channel like this short, right? Say the short's 25 seconds long and your subscribers just watch 80, 90, or 100% of that short. I would think, based on what we know about YouTube, that they are going to put that short in the short shelf because it's based on performance. So now they're going to see how it works in the short shelf. If it does well, they might rotate it in and out. If it doesn't do well, they'll probably get rid of it and it'll never go back in there. But the crazy thing is when you're starting a channel with 0 subscribers and those go up in the short shelf. I don't know on that one. There is some confusing things about that we're trying to figure out. Question, I did Minecraft after that, never came back. I did Minecraft after that. So if I understand this correctly, you did a Minecraft short. It did well, but it never came back. Video performance. Just because you make a YouTube short, number one, it doesn't mean it's going into the short shelf. Number two, if it does go in the short shelf, that doesn't mean that it's going to stay there. It doesn't mean that it's going to return. It's based on video performance, right? It's based on video performance. This is why YouTube recommends that if you're making shorts, let me put that back up on the screen here. YouTube recommends if you are making shorts, try making them 15 seconds. Because if you're making 60-second shorts, but only 20% of the people are completing the short, or 10% of the people are completing the short, you're not doing your short justice. But if you've got 15 or 20 or 25 seconds and 80, 90, 100% of the people are actually completing the short, that is a great way to hopefully end up back in the short shelf. And YouTube is constantly rotating videos in and out of the short shelf. But keep in mind, and let me remove your comment here, keep in mind you're competing with videos with millions of views. Some of them have hundreds of thousands of views. Some of them have millions of views. This is what you're competing with. You're competing against viral videos, right? This is the thing that people you have to understand. You are competing against viral videos. Like, hey, why does my short not stay in the short shelf? Because first of all, there's only so many shorts that can be shown at any particular time, right? There's a limit to that. That's why YouTube is rotating them. Secondly, you're competing against videos with hundreds of thousands and millions of views. So if your video does not perform, YouTube doesn't need to put it back in there because YouTube wants performing videos that people are going to watch, right? The whole thing is YouTube wants people to watch the videos, the entirety of the video. And if your short doesn't do that, it's gone. It's out of there. It's out. Let me try to answer. Yes, I use shorts as a lead-in to my longer form videos. Okay, well, just make sure that it's the same type of content. So if you're doing that and you're still losing subscribers, so what you need to do is during the upload process, you need to click around in there. There is a place on a desktop. I don't know if you're doing this on your phone or not, but there is a place on your desktop to check to not notify your subscribers when you upload a short. It's possible, and without me looking at your channel, I have no idea, but it's possible that you're uploading too many shorts and your subscribers are getting notifications for each one of them. And they're just like, hey, I'm just not into this short form content. So if you're uploading on a desktop, you need to go through and you need to figure out where you can turn that little checkbox off so your subscribers are not notified. Hello from Seattle. Hello from Mexico. How you doing? Let me see. Question. Annie Dubay did a video about why not to use shorts. One of her 5 reasons that it can harm your average view duration of your, yeah, okay. So first of all, I'm going to say this. I think Annie is a fantastic creator. We have a lot of crossover audience. I think she's a fantastic creator. I strongly disagree with a lot of the things that she said in that video. Strongly disagree with things that she said in this video. Reason being is because shorts are shorts, right? Shorts has its own algorithm. Shorts are looked at separately. In fact, YouTube is actually making a new tab. Currently, if you upload a short, it sits amongst all of your other videos, right, on a desktop. or on a mobile, it gets mixed in and it's messy. YouTube is creating a separate tab only for YouTube Shorts, so everything is going to get separated so you don't clutter up your main homepage. So a YouTube engineer said on Clubhouse, we were having a discussion on Clubhouse, and the YouTube engineer, an employee at YouTube, said that it does not harm anything because shorts are looked at as its own entity. Shorts are shorts, right? Shorts are shorts. But here's the thing. What they did say was this: don't give your viewers anything that they didn't subscribe for, right? They stressed that. They said, if the shorts that you are making are in alignment with what the rest of the content that you're making, don't worry about creating a second channel, right? I see a lot of people panicking and they're creating a second channel. Now, to be fair, there are some really big channels. Take Mr. Beast, for example. He did create a second channel. Some of these mega channels are creating second channels because they can't run the risk of messing their channel up, right? They don't want to come back 6 months from now. And a lot of them were early adopters on this. So they are early adapters. So they were early on, before a lot of data came out. They were like, you know what? I'm not going to take the risk of messing up my channel. So I'm not going to put the shorts in there. I'm going to put them on a second channel. So they're putting them on a second channel and they're doing really well. So they've built up a new asset. They've got a new place for traffic and they're just driving things on there. So no, it's not going to harm your channel. YouTube shorts are not going to harm your channel as long as your shorts are in alignment with the same sort of content that you're making on your main channel. That part is key. That part is key. So Pia, I know that you're making tutorials on social media, beginners to social media. That's what your long form content is. As long as your shorts are in alignment with that, you're going to be fine. Don't worry about that, right? However, if your shorts have nothing to do with that, if your shorts are like, hey, I'm going to show you how to make apple pie, and then they come over to your channel and it's all tutorials on how to get started with social media, there's a complete disconnect there. That's going to hurt your channel. But as long as everything's in alignment, don't worry about that. And you know, that came directly from a YouTube engineer during a conversation on Clubhouse. Not shorts, but how do you change a thumbnail on mobile? Great question. And I can't share my screen, but oops. Well, give me 1 second here. I'm just going to pull my phone up so I can show you. Give me a second here. So if you use the YT Studio app, let's do this one here. If you use the YT Studio app and you click it, let me turn my brightness down so you can see it. Here it is. If you use the YT Studio app and you go into your videos, you see this little pencil icon right there? If you tap on that little pencil icon, you can now change your description. You can change if it's public. You can change monetization settings. You can mark not for kids. But there's another pencil right there. If you tap on that, this is where you can change your thumbnail. You can choose one of the screen grabs that they selected, or you can tap on change and actually upload a thumbnail right there. They didn't do a really good job of explaining where this is at. It's kind of hidden. But go into the videos. Go into the, hold on here. Go into your video tab like this on the YT Studio app. Tap on the video, tap on the pencil, tap on the pencil again. Let me see if I'm missing anything here.
Super chat.
Hi, LOL. Thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Justin Brown's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Justin? Nice to see you in here. Hope you were doing well. Question, can I crop and change the duration of my existing video and upload it as a short? Would it create any problem? Okay, so I addressed this a little bit earlier. What you want to do, so if you have the final render of your original video, your long form video, right? Landscape 16:9 video. What you want to do is open up your video software or your video editing app, and you just want to change the canvas size. So for example, let me just pull one up here just randomly. So if I'm going to use, oh, I just got kicked out of here. Give me just a second. I have to re-sign in. No, I can't do that when I got to change apps. They just kicked me out. So I'm going to use KineMaster because Videoleap's making me sign in again. Hold on here, update later. Okay, so by using KineMaster, And by the way, not all, most of the good video editing apps and the software are going to have this, right? Before you start a project, you can select the aspect ratio. Now, you see the one here for Instagram, which is 1:1. Those are actually showing up in the short shelf, but I don't recommend that. What you want to do is use 9:16. That's going to be vertical. Use 9:16. Tap on that or choose that in your video editing software or video editing app, and that's going to create a canvas that's vertical. Then you import your footage, and you're going to have to use keyframes to move it around to make everything fit. You might have to enlarge it and zoom it around, edit it that way, and then render it out that way and upload it to YouTube. Is there a way to edit an existing video within YouTube without creating a new video? Within YouTube without creating. So on the desktop side of YouTube, they have the YouTube editor where you can trim out parts of it, but that's going to just save that particular video. It's not going to be able to create a new video out of it, no. Does the frequency of uploading more than one short per day matter? When I upload multiples, only one does well. That's a great question. If you're noticing, okay, it depends on your audience, first and foremost. It depends on how people are finding you, right? If you're finding for you that if you're uploading multiple shorts per day and only one of them does well, then only do one. Matter of fact, I would even go further and test out a couple of different strategies here. Forget doing multiple a day. That's just too much. Try one per day, and then try one every other day, and then try one every 3 days, right? So try these different patterns to see, because there is such a thing as viewer fatigue, right? Where people are just tired of seeing your content. But keep in mind that every time you upload a short, unless you are unchecking the box to not notify your subscribers, all of your subscribers are being notified when you upload a short. And you're probably going to tick off your subscribers when you do that. So I would back it off to one a day, and then I would try one every other day, and then maybe one every 3 days, and see if you can find what works best for your audience and what's working best for YouTube Shorts. Because keep in mind that they are rotating shorts in and out of the short shelf. Okay, question. In your description, it says this: follow me on Twitch 18+. If I get permission from my parents, what can I expect over there? Justin Brown, Primal Video. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say everyone needs to follow this. First of all, they just hit 900,000 subscribers. So can we just get a hashtag congratulations? I'm going to be the first. I'm going to lead the charge on this one. I'm just going to do congrats. Can we get a congrats, hashtag congrats, 900,000 subscribers, Justin Brown, Primal Video. Congratulations, man. You've been blocked from Twitch, so you can't follow me over there either way. G. Michael Jr., question: do you think YouTube will eventually change policy and make shorts generate watch time? Well, here's what we know about YouTube Shorts. We know. Congrats, everyone. That's awesome. You guys are great. And I just missed the question. Okay, we know that monetization is coming. We know that shorts, that they're going to create a new tab to separate your shorts from the rest of your content. We know that. We know that they are still rolling things out. We know that everybody's going to get the shorts camera eventually. We know that popular music is going to be added in a short shelf for all the different countries. So those are the things we know. In terms of watch time, if you get a view while your video is inside the short shelf, okay, any watch time you get from videos inside the short shelf does not count towards YouTube monetization. If that short video gets views from anywhere else, if somebody searches and they find it, if it ends up as like a recommended, suggested video or ends up on the homepage, not in the short shelf, those watch hours do apply towards monetization. But if it's in the short shelf, that watch time doesn't count towards monetization. However, subscribers inside the short shelf do count towards monetization. It's super confusing, right? Subscribers do count towards monetization. Watch time currently does not count towards monetization. Here's what I think is going to happen. Once they monetize shorts I think we're going to see a lot of changes happen. I think because if you go to YouTube Shorts right now, you're seeing tons of TikTok videos where people they're stealing TikTok videos, TikTok logos on there. They're using TikTok music. They're uploading it to YouTube. I think once they monetize things, I think we're going to see content ID issues where they're going to start smacking down the TikTok content. They're going to start smacking down music that's not approved for YouTube. Possibly they might, we haven't heard anything about this, but we know Instagram Reels is now not surfacing videos that have the TikTok watermark on it because the same thing was happening for Instagram Reels. And they said, hey, you know what? We're getting flooded with TikTok videos, so we're not going to surface those videos. So I could see YouTube doing that in the future as well. Will the views generate watch time? Maybe when it gets monetized, possibly. It would make sense, but we'll see. Pixel P, you're on fire tonight. Lots of great info. No need for a mini.
Super chat.
I appreciate you, Pixel P. Question, should we add tags to shorts and how to get more subscribers from it? Yeah, here's the thing about tags in general, and I covered this a little bit earlier. YouTube tags, of all the features that YouTube gives us, YouTube tags are the least important. The least important. YouTube has said this themselves, right? It's the least important. Some of the biggest, most viral videos on YouTube have no tags at all. Tags are great to be used with like misspells, or if somebody spells your name differently, or if there's different versions of the spelling of a keyword phrase or a particular keyword that you're going after. That's how you use tags. So I would say when you're creating a short, right, you're uploading it. Now, if you're uploading it from the actual Shorts camera, that's different. But if you're uploading it from a desktop computer or like a normal video, add your tags if the tags matter, put a thumbnail, put a nice compelling title, write out your description, do everything just like you would any other video, and then upload that video. And if it's good enough, then YouTube will stick it in the short shelf. But tags are not going to move the needle for your short or for your main video. That's not going to happen. In terms of how to get more subscribers from it, you make good videos, right? How do you get subscribers from anything? You make videos that people like. For people who are subscribed to my channel, you subscribe to my channel for a particular reason, right? You either like the videos that I make. I've helped you. I've provided some sort of value to you. I've helped you do something where you like me as a creator, my personality. Like I've provided some sort of value to you. And shorts are no different. So shorts can be like, if every time you upload a short, people are like, this channel is just hilarious. Like they've just got the craziest shorts, or their shorts are always very informative, or they're entertaining, or they're moving, or they're motivational, right? If people like your content, they will subscribe. Hey, Justin, how you doing, man?
Super chat.
It was suggested to me I have products I review on my channel art. Talking about your channel header. How do I do that without showing preference towards brands? Thanks for shorts tips. Don't worry about showing preference towards brands. Here's what I would do. You could put products, well, you could do a couple of different things, really. You could put products up there, because I know you do reviews of different sorts of products. You could put the products up there that you personally use, right? Because if you personally use something, show preference. Like I have no problems showing my iPhone. Right? I've got an Android sitting over there. Anytime I'm showing an example, I pull up my iPhone. Yeah, I'll show preference to an iPhone. I don't care. Here's the thing, Justin. If those brands are not paying you, if they're not paying you, it doesn't matter. You put up there what you want to put up there, period. Don't worry about, oh, you're giving one brand more. Like pick the stuff that you use, pick the stuff that you believe in, and put that up there. Or you could put those up there. Okay, here's what you could do. Hey, the Shago fangirl, how you doing? You could put the graphics up there. You could give it over to somebody at Fiverr and say, look, here's the deal. Remove all of the logos and replace it with my own logo. Come up with your own logo and have a designer put your own logo on all the products. You could do that. But I wouldn't worry about it. And if they're not paying you, it doesn't matter. Put them in there. Don't put it in there. But if you are putting them up there, choose the ones that you believe in. Choose the ones that you use, that you stand behind, and then put them up there. Or throw your own logos on them. Let's see, my buddy made a 15-minute video, no tags, no thumbnail, just still from the box, the regular title, and he got, yeah, exactly, 220,000 views, exactly. Tags are not going to move the needle. That said, YouTube still gives us the feature, right? Until YouTube removes the tags feature, I will still use them, but I also understand the importance of the tags is it's very low. Very, very, very low. Nobody knows the actual percentage there, right? I've heard people throw around, like it's only 1%. Nobody knows. They're pulling that out of their butt, right? No one actually knows what percentage of importance it plays, but we know that YouTube still gives us that feature. And the real reason is, like if there's different ways to spell your name or different ways to spell a game where people misspell things, like that's what tags are really made for. YouTube says that themselves. Hey, Fiberific, how you doing? Let's see, I started a new second shorts channel and it's done pretty well. Congratulations. But the fact that watch time isn't monetized is really putting me off. Exactly. So, this is something where people are creating a second channel for shorts, but you can't monetize that channel. Here's the thing though. The good news is adoption for Nairi. They are going to monetize YouTube shorts. What we don't know is, are they going to give shorts only channels the ability to be monetized? So if your main channel is monetized, if you're in the partner program and they monetize YouTube shorts, you're now going to be monetized. Those shorts are going to be monetized. But if you have a shorts only channel that you can't get into the partner program on, we don't know what's going to happen with that in the future. YouTube might come around and say, okay, watch time hours now apply towards monetization. And if that's the case, then you'll eventually get there. But if not, I think the reason is because YouTube understands that people are getting tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of views on YouTube Shorts. And a lot of people could instantly get into monetization just by uploading a 15-second video. So I think that's why they've kind of paused on this to see how things are going to play out. Question, does a regular format video over 1 minute long count towards 4,000 hours of watch time? Yeah, well, okay, yes. So if the video, okay, you can upload a video to your channel that's 15 seconds long. It can be vertical. It can be landscape, right? And that watch time hour, doesn't matter how long the video is, will apply towards monetization, as long as that vertical part, the vertical video that's under 1 minute, doesn't go in the short shelf, right? So video views, video watch time that comes from the short shelf, it only doesn't count towards monetization when it's inside the short shelf, when the views are coming from inside the short shelf. But that short video, your subscribers can watch that outside of the short shelf. You might end up getting recommended on YouTube or suggested as a video to watch next, or people could search for something and people could find that short video outside of the short shelf. Those watch hours will apply towards monetization. It doesn't matter how long your video is. I know they did a really poor job of laying this out, and I think the whole thing is confusing. but that's what it is. Hey.
Super chat.
Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thanks, Steve, for the great tips. I've watched you for a long time. My channel is running the turtle race. I love it. But I will continue to put in the work. That's all it is. As long as you don't quit and you keep putting in the work and you keep getting better, this part is key. Keep making, even if it's 1%, like, okay, well, I made this video. What can I do in my next video to make it 1% better, right? Just try to make every video just a little bit better than the last. And as long as you don't quit, you'll eventually get to where you want to go. Just might take a while. Question, with the popularity of TikTok stories and shorts, do you see popularity of live stream decreasing? That's a great question. And the answer is no. Live streaming is just gaining in popularity because what we have now is, we have TikTok live streams. Twitter is decommissioning Periscope, but Twitter Live, right? Twitter Live, they've got their own live platform coming there. People go live on Instagram. That's a vertical. You can go live vertically on YouTube with your phone. So no, it's a completely different audience, right? People who like live streams like live streams. People who like short form content like short form content. People who like long form content like long form content. The really cool thing is all these platforms, they're giving us the opportunity to reach more and more people based on what their needs are, right? Some people hate long videos. Some people hate live streams. Some people love live streams. So it's given us opportunities to reach people we normally wouldn't. So I would say take advantage of all the tools that we have at our disposal to reach all of those people. I don't think any of this stuff is going anywhere. It's all gaining in popularity. Oh, let's see here. Question, how does a shorts algorithm work? Great question. Why some videos get a ton of views and some get nothing? All right, for that, I need to pull up, this is a quote directly from the YouTube Creator Academy itself. The algorithm follows the audience. I want every single person in here who is unsure of how the YouTube algorithm works. If you're confused by the YouTube algorithm, you don't understand the YouTube algorithm. Let me swap this. Give me 1 second here. Can I do this? Nope. Let me pull it off. Yep. The algorithm follows the audience. Why can't I put myself on there? That's weird. The YouTube algorithm follows the audience. I want everybody to read this and read it and read it and read it and read it until you understand that. This is YouTube right here. Everybody's like, hey, YouTube hates small creators. YouTube hates me. YouTube tries to hold small creators down. YouTube only gives preference to large creators. And it all comes down to this. Whenever you're thinking that, remember this. Take a screenshot of this. Take a picture of it with your phone right now. The algorithm follows the audience. That's directly from the YouTube Creator Academy. What that means is, right? What this means is, if your video performs well, by performs well, that means people like what you make. They like what you upload, okay? Then YouTube is going to show your video to more and more people. So the process of uploading a video works something like this. It doesn't matter how big or small your channel is. You upload a video and you press publish. Immediately, YouTube starts looking at starts looking at viewers based on their viewing history, right? We know all this stuff about all these viewers, and you upload this video. That's why it's important to have a good title with a good keyword phrase in there, or a really compelling title, or good description, right? It's really important because YouTube's going to say, okay, here's all these viewers, and we have their viewing history. We know what type of content that they like, and here's this channel over here. They just uploaded a video. Let's test this video in front of this audience and see how they respond to that video. Now, this audience might only be 5 people, right? If you're a brand new channel, it might be 3 people, it might be 5 people, it might be 10 people. These are called impressions, right? You can go into your data, you can look at impressions, click-through rate. Impressions, click-through rate. The impressions number is how many people actually saw your video, saw your thumbnail. The percentage, the click-through rate, is what percentage of them actually clicked on the thumbnail, okay? So you upload a video, and even if they show it to 3 or 5 people, it shows up in their feed, okay, who's this channel? I don't know. If they skip past it, that's a negative signal to YouTube that says, okay, we just showed this thumbnail to 5 people and all 5 people passed on it. Or maybe 2 people clicked on it and they just watched just a little bit and they clicked off because they didn't like it. They get negative signals from these viewers, and then your video just sinks and it dies, right? But the opposite happens if you make a video that people actually like. If your thumbnail, if they show it to 5 people and all 5 of them click, YouTube's gonna go, oh wow, people just clicked on that and they liked the video. And then they clicked and they're watching the video. They've watched 40, 50, 60% of the video. Let's show this to more people. Now maybe they'll show it to 10 people or 25 people or 50 or 1,000 or 5,000, right? Depending on the size of your channel, depending on how good your video is. They keep showing your video to different groups of people until it starts to get maxed out, right? And that can actually hurt your click-through rate, and that can sort of change things. But every single channel has that opportunity to actually get people to click and get people to watch. But what happens is, because you're new, you don't have the skills yet to learn how to get people to click your thumbnail. You haven't learned yet how to make a thumbnail that makes people want to click. And then once you get that under control, you have to learn how to edit your video. You have to learn how to hook them at the beginning, get them to watch the video for as long as possible, right? You don't know how to do that yet because you're new to the platform. So it's not that the YouTube algorithm hates small creators. It's that you don't know how to get them to click and you don't know how to get them to watch your videos longer, right? So it always comes back to you, right? The algorithm follows the audience. And if the audience isn't clicking and the audience isn't watching, if they do click, guess what the algorithm does? The algorithm doesn't surface your video, right? But if they do click and they do watch, your video is going to start to surface. They show it to more and more people, and then that's how your videos start to grow and get more subscribers. That's how things work when you upload a video. I've gained 3 subscribers this week. I guess I'm doing something wrong. Hey, congratulations. You found 3 people who love what you're making. Keep going.
Super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. If you have a short go viral, what do you recommend channels do to take advantage of the traffic? Excellent question. Let me hydrate. The best thing that you can do is learn how to optimize your channel. Learn how to make proper playlists. For example, let me pull my channel up as a example here. And I'm actually getting ready to redo mine. I'm getting ready to redo my channel. But just to give you an idea, let me share my channel really quick. Screen share. Chrome. Okay, so here's what happens. So if somebody watches one of my videos and they want to come around and they want to click in to see what else is going on my channel to see if it's for them. So they can click in and, oh, here's Snapseed. I've built an entire playlist full of Snapseed videos. So if you found my channel through a Snapseed video and then you clicked in, oh, wow, here's an entire playlist of all of these videos showing the viewer how to do things with Snapseed. Right? So if you watch one of my videos on video editing, well, here's a whole playlist for that. Here's a whole playlist for how to make thumbnails with your phone. Here's a whole playlist for Videoleap, right? So what I've done is I've optimized my channel and I've grouped my content together in a way to where when somebody comes to my channel, they can find exactly what it is that they're looking for. So let's say, so there's a couple things you can do. So if somebody clicks on one of my videos. So that's your homepage optimization, playlist. Group your content together based on the particular ideas and topics. But then once they come in, right, you always come down and look at your pinned comment. I've pinned 2 here, right? Technically, I would recommend you just pin 1, but I've pinned 2 here for a particular reason. And I give people an opportunity here to go watch more videos. Right? I have cards, I have end screens to let them link out to go watch other videos. And if you really want to supercharge things, on this 3rd line right here, link out to another one of your videos, right? Like you can come down and copy this whole thing. Watch next, make a pro thumbnail for a free app. And I would paste that right here on this 3rd line so people don't have to click on show more in order to see more. So what I recommend you do is completely optimize your channel. Optimize all your videos to make sure you have end screens, you got cards, you got pinned comments, you've got links in your description. You've built a complete spider web of content. So when viewers go in, they can find exactly what it is that they're looking for. So if you have a video go viral and they want to find more of your content, it's easy for them to binge watch your videos, right? The biggest mistake I've seen people do when they come up with a video and it goes viral, all they've got is the viral video. And then people go over to their channel and there's nothing there. It's a mess. It's unorganized. Nothing's connected. They can't find what they want. And then they don't really get much more than that viral video. But if everything is connected correctly, right? You've got a link in your short letting people know that there's another longer video. Let them know that they can come over to your channel to find other types of content and direct them where they want to go and make it easy for them to find the content that they want to find. That's what you do. Prepare yourself for traffic, right? Prepare yourself so people can easily find and easily binge watch the content that they're interested in. That's how you prepare yourself. Question, my shorts have been getting a decent amount of views, but no one likes, comments, or subscribes. Is this normal for shorts? I've seen it go both ways, but you know what? Who cares? Who cares? Because YouTube now, they're not really looking at likes. They're not really looking at at your comments. They're looking at your click-through. Well, for your normal videos, they're looking at your click-through rate. They're looking at your watch time. For your shorts, they're looking at your watch time. So if people are not subscribing, or if they're not liking it, if they're not leaving a comment, you're saying that you're getting a decent amount of views, but what is a decent amount of views? Right? If you're getting 10,000 views and nobody's giving you a like and nobody's giving you a comment, I might wonder why. But, if you're getting a couple of hundred and nobody's engaging, I wouldn't worry about it. Keep going. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. I got 7 impressions through recommended as a 3-day-old YouTube. YouTube does this part. Right, so you upload a video, right? You upload a video, you got 7 impressions. That's 7 people that YouTube showed that video to. And what those 7 people did dictated how that video performed, right? I don't know how the video performed, but let's just say if all 7 people clicked and all 7 people watched 50, 60, 70, 80% of that video, then YouTube would have probably shown that to 50 people or 70 people or 100 people or 7,000 people, right? That's how you get the ball rolling. But if they showed it to those 7 people and maybe 3 people clicked, and out of the 3 people who clicked, maybe only one of them watched it to 30%, those are all negative signals to YouTube. There's no reason for YouTube to surface your video and show it to more people. So they killed the video at 7. Are you a full-time YouTuber? Yeah, I am a full-time YouTuber. I've been able to I transitioned into full-time YouTuber, wow, I don't know, almost 2 years ago, I guess. Yeah. And I'll tell you the key to being a full-time YouTuber, it's not, depending on the type of content you make, you might do very well with ad revenue with YouTube, right? But my content, I don't make much money at all from ads because the type of content that I watch, I have a large audience in Philippines and Malaysia and Bangladesh. And Malaysia, I think only 30% of my viewers are in America, maybe 5% are in Canada. So depending on where people watch from, it will change the ad rate that you get paid. So because my audience is all over the place, I don't make a lot of money with ads. Where I do make money, I make money with super chats. I make money through brand deals, through sponsorships, through products that I sell. That's where I make my money. I don't recommend anyone think about, I need to get into the partner program so I can be a full-time YouTuber, right? You need a lot of views and you need to be in particular types of niches in order to make a lot of money with ad revenue. Question, is there a feature in the analytics to differentiate between shorts, audience, and other content on your channel? Hey, that's a great question, and I actually have so if you look at your actual views, shorts traffic has its own traffic source, right? So you can see here highlighted in green, the traffic that's coming to this video with 91,000 views, 93.4% of those views have come from shorts. So all the others, which isn't very much, those came from outside the short shelf. Everything inside the yellow there came from inside the short shelf. I feel like I'm in school and I like it. Is there a feature? Oops, I answered that one already. Hey, Squid, how you doing? I'm a YouTube noob. Good. Just keep uploading content. Keep learning along the way. I see people with huge channels getting tons of views on shorts. That's all. Yeah, well, think about this for a second. And this is where a lot of people go wrong. They look at really big channels and they say, this channel is uploading shorts, or this channel is doing this particular thing, or this channel is doing this particular live stream, and they're just getting tons of views. Those big channels have a built-in fan base. Take Mr. Beast, for example. What's he got? 55 million subscribers. He has a built-in army fan base. So he could upload anything to any platform, short content, long content, live stream, it doesn't matter. He's going to do well because not only does he have a huge fan base, but because he's been on the platform for so long, and he's a pro. He's a pro's pro. He understands what his audience responds to. So he's got a built-in fan base, and all the large channels are this way. They have a built-in fan base, and because they're more experienced, because they've been doing this for a long time, they understand what their audience responds to, so they're able to get views on shorts or live streams or any sort of piece of content that they start or that they upload, right? It's about experience and having a fan base. I'm going through the chat here, see if I missed anything. Yes, always learning and improving. Thanks, Mickey. Top oddly satisfying question. How the Shorts algorithm works. Why some videos get tons of views and some get nothing. Back to performance. So I was talking about, I might have gotten off track when I was talking about when people upload a video, you got impressions and the click-through rate. So it comes down to video performance, right? Remember how I talked about the impressions, right? You upload a video, they test it in front of a small group of people. If they perform positively, or they respond positively, then YouTube shows it to more people. The exact same thing happens with shorts. When you go into the short shelf, YouTube starts testing out different audiences for your video, for your short. If those people that they test it in front of respond positively, then your short is going to stay in the short shelf a little bit longer. If they respond negatively, it's gone. It's out of there. It doesn't stay very long, and it probably doesn't come back. But even if it does well, there's only a certain amount of success that they let it have before they actually rotate it out. And if it did well, they will rotate it back in. I've seen some shorts get rotated in multiple times, and sometimes they go in once and they come out and they never go back in, right? Video performance. Doesn't matter if it's a normal video or if it's a short, it all comes down to video performance. When YouTube puts that short or that video in front of an audience, how that audience responds to it dictates, does that video or that short surface and go in front of more people, or does it die and does it just go down and just kind of disappear, right? Video performance. It's always video performance, because video performance comes right back to this. The algorithm follows the audience. If the audience responds positively, the algorithm responds positively, and it makes sure that your video gets in front of more people. If the algorithm responds negatively and it just puts your video down into the abyss, video or short, it's because the audience responded negatively to your short or to your video. Never forget this. The algorithm follows the audience. Always. And anytime you're left scratching your head, just remember the algorithm follows the audience. All right. I just answered that one. Question, is there a limit on shorts based on the channel? It seems like there's a 1,000 view cap when my shorts make it to the shelf. Some even have 100% watch rate and decent engagement. So is there a view cap? So are you saying that you're finding that your shorts are capping out at 1,000 views? Do I understand that correctly? So if your shorts have a 100% watch rate, so here's what you need to have a look at. Remember I showed this. Let me pull this down. You want to make sure that the shorts traffic, right? You go in and look at your audience retention. You want to make sure that your traffic is actually coming from shorts and not coming from your subscribers or not coming from other places outside the short shelf. That would be the first thing that I would check. But if you're finding that you're capping out at 1,000 with a 100% watch rate and decent engagement, it could be a couple of things. It could be that YouTube doesn't know the right audience to put your videos in front of. It could be that YouTube doesn't have enough data on your short to get it in front of the right audience. So make sure your description is good and keyword rich so YouTube knows, okay, well, this is what the video is about. It could be that it's going to rotate those shorts back in at a later date. That's possible too. Some shorts can go up immediately. Some shorts can take 30, 40, 45 days to go into the shelf to begin with. Once they rotate out, the same exact thing can happen. So it could be that. I would need to look a little bit deeper in on your data to give you a more concrete answer of that. But if you're getting 100% watch rate on a short and it's just disappearing, it could be there's a limited audience for it. Like, I don't know what type of content that you're making, right? It could just be a limited audience. See if I missed anything. All right, here you go. Should everyone be taking advantage of shorts just now? I'm from Scotland, UK, and I don't see many people using them yet. I'm keen to get ahead of everyone else. A lot of people are using them, but it's still a gold rush. You know, if you're on the fence about using YouTube Shorts, now is a great time to get in on it, right? Because if you're not familiar with making short form content, right? If you're not on TikTok, you're not on Instagram Reels or on any of the other short form content platforms, you need to learn, because making a 30-second video and holding their attention is a lot different than making a 5 or 7 or 10-minute video, right? Because flipping to the next video, think of short form content kind of like the Tinder of content, right? If you open up Tinder or one of the dating apps, you just easily swipe to the next person. You swipe left, you swipe right, and they're gone. They're just easily, you can just open it up and swipe, 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 swipe. Short form content is the exact same thing, only it's not left and right, it's up and down swiping. So when shorts come in, right, and somebody taps into the short shelf, and if your short does not hook them immediately, I'm talking a second, you have to get their full attention immediately. If you don't, they swipe. They go on to the next short. They swipe and they keep swiping until they find a short that gets their attention. So you have to learn how to hook someone immediately with short form content, and then you need to learn how to get them to watch to the end. So if you're on the fence, yeah, get started, because you get a lot to learn on how to edit and how to present that short to get people to watch it and keep watching it to the end. Thought you were Nick. I'm this close to banning you. That's all right. If tags don't move the needle with shorts, what are the top 2 things that do? Title, the video. And this is, okay, for videos, the actual long form content, it's going to be your click-through rate, and it's going to be your average view duration and average view and your view percentage, right, for your videos. YouTube Shorts, it's going to be the video itself, getting people to complete the short, and it has to be a short that has enough interest from a larger audience. Like if you're making really bizarre shorts and there's just not an audience for it, well, you might find that there's a ceiling on how many views that you can actually get. Let's just say theoretically, I made a YouTube short on a particular app, right? The short was on a particular app that a lot of people just aren't interested in. It's a smaller, less popular app, and I did it on an iPhone 7. And the whole thing is about this app on iPhone 7. I have just completely shrunk the possibility of that video having a lot of success, because 1, I just shrunk it down to iPhone 7 users, which there's not a lot of them left, and 2, I shrunk it down even further to a particular app. So if you're painting yourself into a corner with the topic, you could be limiting yourself there. But always it's going to come down to making a video that people complete. You want them to, watch that as long as possible. If you can get them to watch a 15 or 20 or 25 second video, get them to watch 90, 95, 100% of that, that's where you're going to win. Focus on the very beginning of that. As soon as somebody swipes in, you got to get their attention, and then you're going to learn how to hold their attention to the very end. That's what you focus on. YouTube tags versus hashtags, those are 2 totally different things. Hashtags are actually literal hashtags, and if you put 3 of them in your description, well, you can put as many as you want in your description. They're not going to do you any good, but YouTube will pick the first 3 and put them above your title. I don't recommend people do that unless you're putting a hashtag that is relevant to your name or your community or something like that. Like I put hashtag Nimmin, I put hashtag Nimminati, because what you don't want to put a hashtag that somebody can click on and go find other people's videos, right? You want them to click on it. You want them to find more of your videos. You want them to watch your content, right? YouTube tags, they don't move the needle. Use tags for misspellings and that sort of thing. Let's see. Question, should we still be completing descriptions as well as pinning? Yeah, treat your short just like any other video, because it shows up on YouTube and on your channel like any other video. It is. Think of it as no different than any other video on your entire channel, except it's under 60 seconds and it just happens to be vertical. The only thing that changes is that if that video goes into the short shelf, it's going to strip away the thumbnail, and it just changes things a little bit, but your description is still there, your comments are still there, like all of that stuff is still there. So treat it just like any other video that you have. Let me see if I make sure I caught up with everybody here. Question, does a video become a short because of its duration, or does it need to be uploaded differently? So it needs to be vertical format, which is 9:16 ratio. I am seeing 1:1 square ratio show up there, but it just doesn't look good. So it needs to be vertical, and it needs to be under 60 seconds in length. If you do that, there's a good chance it could show up in the short shelf, which is, for those of you who are just joining us, it's going to be this area right up here, right? The little red icon that says Shorts Beta. It could pop up there, but keep in mind, YouTube does say, make them shorter, make a 15-second video, right? Look here in the yellow. This is from a screenshot from YouTube itself. We recommend that you focus on 15-second videos that are quickly and easily enjoyed by viewers. That comes directly from YouTube. And it's not that they really want you to make 15-second videos. It's they want you to make videos that people actually complete, right? There's a good chance if you make a 15 or 20 or 25-second video that people are going to actually complete that video if it's good. That's what you're going for. Question, do 16:9 thumbnails appear in the short shelf? No, they do not. So if you upload a 16:9 thumbnail, that shows up everywhere else on YouTube. But if your short goes inside the short shelf, they don't show your thumbnail at all. Instead, they take a screen grab, right? So if you go back and you look at that, or here, just look at these. These are actual screen grabs. YouTube just went through and it took screen grabs out of the videos, and they decided that those screen grabs are the ones that they're going to show. It strips your thumbnail out. Can you talk about thumbnails for shorts? Yep, I sure can. So I recommend that you upload your thumbnail just like you would any other video. If you're uploading it normally like you would any other video. But if you're uploading it through the Shorts camera, which I don't have access to it yet, let me shut this down. Hold on. So when you have the Shorts camera, and everybody can test this right now, you can see if you got it or not. So open up the YouTube app, just a standard YouTube app where you actually watch videos, and then click on the little plus down in the middle. Whoopsie, I clicked on the wrong thing.
Illegal things to never.
Whoopsie. So click on that little plus icon down at the bottom center, and you're going to see, based on what you have on your channel, you're going to see upload a video, go live, add to your story, create post. You might not see these because you might not have access to the community feed, or you might not go live or something. But if you have access to the Shorts camera, you're going to have an option there to create a short. Now, when you use create a short, you can actually use the app to record your video. You can choose music to add to your video from there. You can edit it a little bit, right? It's got a built-in editor. It's got built-in music when you do it that way. You know what? Everybody do this right now. Open up the YouTube app, click this down here at the bottom, the little plus here in the center. Click on that and tell me yes or no, do you have the ability to create a short? Let me know. So what happens if you do it that way, if that's how you create a short, it's going to be 15 seconds long, and you cannot upload a thumbnail that way. But once it's published, you can come back using the YT Studio app or using the desktop, and you can upload a thumbnail that way. Mods, show that person to the door. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to hide them from the channel. Hold on. Let's hide this loser. Let's see here. No, wow. So most people don't have it. Let's see here. Hide user from the channel. Yeah, so most people don't have it. That's cool. So I know if you're in India, you should definitely have it. If you're in the US, they've just started rolling this out. So the Ballad of Janine, Janine has it. Okay. You didn't sign up for the beta, but you don't have it. So, okay, so some of you have it, some of you don't have it. I don't have it. I know a lot of people who do have it. I have, but it's in beta. Okay, that's cool. So if you do upload it that way through the YouTube app, you don't upload a thumbnail that way. Question, why do the videos with fast-paced editing with about 100% retention doesn't go that good, but the one with 85% retention does? Question, why do videos with fast-paced editing with about 100% retention doesn't do that good, but the one with 85% retention? You talking about with views? Yeah, so anytime you make a video with YouTube, like You can have a video with 100% retention. You can have a video with 85% retention. The one with 85 or 65% could actually end up doing better because of the actual topic, because more people are interested in that particular type of video. Like how I mentioned before, you know, if I made a video about an iPhone 7 and a particular app that shows with the iPhone 7, like I'm just, everything that I do to niche down even further and further and further, I'm lowering the chances that that video is going to succeed. So you have it in the UK. Okay. Question, if you had 2 hours to produce content each week, would you do one live stream, 1 5-minute video, or 3 shorts? If I only had 2 hours to produce content each week, it would totally depend on my content strategy and what my goals were for the channel and what type of content I'm making. But if I, like in your situation, Pete, like because you're an established channel and you've got a ton of content up there already, but if you came to me and you said, hey, here's my channel size, here's my audience, life is in the way, I've got 2 hours per week to make content, I would tell you to make 2 videos per week. That's 2 videos that would be evergreen content, right? They're going to continue to drive views. What? Tesla Picker is banned for shorts abuse. Hey, Tesla Picker, how's it going? That took me a second, man. In India, he's got it. Okay. So for those of you in the US and you don't have it yet, you are going to have it soon. They just started rolling that out to the US just a couple weeks ago. So you are going to have it soon. Currently, some people in Australia have it. I think all of India has it. Some people in the US have it. Some people in Thailand have it. It's spread about all over the world, but officially India has it, and officially the US is going to have it because it's rolling out. You have it, it says beta. Okay. Right, so there's 2 ways that you can actually upload YouTube Shorts. One is through the Shorts app, through the Shorts camera right there in YouTube. You can't upload, at least from what I've seen, you cannot upload a thumbnail that way unless they've recently changed that. But after it goes live, you can go back using the YT Studio app or using the desktop studio, the YouTube Studio, and add a thumbnail that way. Or you upload it from your desktop or normally from your phone, and you just upload it that way with a thumbnail. I don't know if Shorts is for my audience. Do you think quick tips style Shorts could do well? Yeah, absolutely. Look, if you're in doubt, if your type of content would do well in Shorts, go over to TikTok and see what's going on over there. Search for TikTok, the type of content that you make, and go look at the channels that have blown up on TikTok. And I'll tell you guys this too. If you are making a YouTube short, right? Now, if you're putting music, if you're putting YouTube music in there, or music that you've licensed from the YouTube audio library, you will have to change the music. But if you make the YouTube short, create a TikTok account, put it on TikTok, put it on Instagram Reels, put it on Likey, put it on Dubsmash, put it on all the short form apps, because what I've seen is some people don't have success. Like some people are making shorts and they're just not getting traction on YouTube, but they're putting the exact same video on TikTok and they're getting hundreds of thousands of views. And then the exact opposite happens to where it doesn't work on TikTok, but it works on YouTube Shorts. Or it works on Instagram Reels, doesn't work on TikTok, but it works on YouTube Shorts. So test it out. You've got the content. You have the video. Why not upload it to those other platforms as well? That's all right, Doug. I got him. Yeah, man, we got Tesla Picker in his booty shorts. I've seen that picture. Not really. Oh man. Let's see. Roberto Blake didn't like my shorts thumbnails. I was using them as experimental thumbnails, seeing how they'd work out. Well, here's the thing. Like, I can give you an opinion, and Roberto's rad first and foremost, and he's a wizard. He's a smart dude. But the important thing is, doesn't matter what I say. At the end of the day, it doesn't even matter what he says, right? What matters is, how does your audience respond to it? Because I've been wrong before. And granted, Roberto's got a lot more experience than I do, but I've worked with stuff before, and I'm like, hey, this thumbnail is going to be great, or you should change this thumbnail because I think it doesn't look good. But it just doesn't work out that way, because at the end of the day, It's how your audience responds to it that matters, right? We can give you best practices. Like, hey, this should probably have more contrast, or the letters are hard to read, or it's too cluttered. There are best practices where it can be very helpful, but it really comes down to how your audience responds to it. Yeah, I mean, but I will say this, if Roberto is your target audience, then that does make a difference, because if he's someone who does watch your videos and he doesn't like your thumbnail, that means he's not clicking on it and he's your target audience. So he is your audience. I use hashtag shorts. Yeah, that's what YouTube recommends. YouTube recommends putting hashtag shorts in your title or your description. However, a lot of videos are ending up in the short shelf without the hashtag video performance, right? Video performance. It always comes down, like no matter what, it comes down to this, right? If you have a banger of a video, if the video is great, if the short is great, the algorithm follows the audience, it's going to go into the short shelf with or without the hashtag. But until YouTube tells us to stop using the hashtag, keep using the hashtag. Question, I created a couple of shorts and they did quite well, but I lost subscribers. Is there something to do with it? Or my audience doesn't like my content? I'm afraid. It's possible, right? Are the shorts that you're uploading in alignment with the type of content that you're making on your channel, or are they two totally different things, right? Like if you have a cooking channel, but your shorts, you're doing reaction videos and you're uploading those and your audience, your subscribers are seeing those, like, hey, I didn't sign up for reaction videos. I'm here for the cooking. And you're giving me reaction videos. So make sure that it's in alignment with the content that you're making. Also, when you upload shorts, when you're doing it on a computer, you can select not to notify your subscribers. So you might be uploading too often. They're just like, I don't want this anymore. Additionally, you're going to lose subscribers. That's just the way it goes. YouTube purges spam accounts. Some subscribers, they just don't like you anymore. People lose interest. They change their interest, and you're going to lose subscribers. That's just how it goes. Question, a Minecraft video with 85% retention went to 150,000 views, but one with 100% doesn't go above 200 views. It's damn confusing. Okay, so I talked about this earlier, but I forgot to add one thing. Remember when people were asking about the thumbnails? So it could be that, so when it goes into the short shelf, YouTube takes screen grabs and it chooses the screen grab to put there, okay? So it could be that YouTube has selected a thumbnail that just isn't performing very well. So that could be it. It also could be that your hook at the beginning of the one with the 100% retention rate isn't a strong hook. So as people are scrolling, the one with 85% hooks them more, so more people watch it, right? They're swiping. Oh, that's got my attention. I'm watching this. And even though they only watch 85%, you've hooked them and you've pulled them in to watch the video. But the one with 100%, fewer people are getting hooked, so fewer people are watching it, but the ones who are watching it all the way through. But your hook isn't strong at the beginning, right? You're not pulling them into the video. So it's one of those things. It's one of those reasons why that's happening. We need don't notify on mobile uploads only, badly. Yeah, I think it's coming. I think that's coming. Can you suggest some good video editing apps? I have an entire channel. Head over to my videos tab and go pick any one of the videos. I've got them for Android. I've got them for iOS devices. Hey, Butterfly Hustlers, how you doing? I definitely need to do more shorts. Yeah, try it. You got nothing to lose, right? If they don't do well, they don't do well. You tried it, but you never know. Like you might do a couple of shorts and it might take a day, or it might take an hour. It might take a month for them to go into the short shelf, if at all. And they might be amazing. But keep this in mind. As soon as somebody lands on your short, don't waste time. Don't waste time. Get right into it. I think one of the biggest mistakes I'm seeing with people with YouTube Shorts is they're saying things like, I swipe in on a short, like, hey, everybody, my name is Chris, and I do this, that, and the other thing. And they're just like going on and on. It's like, dude, you got 60 seconds. You have 60 seconds, and you just wasted 20 seconds asking me to subscribe and like and leave a comment. That's not what short form content is. Short form content, as soon as they swipe, get into it. Let them know what they're going to get, and then get right into it. Yeah, Vienna's great. VLLO is great too. Let's see if I missed anything. New to shorts, is it short or shorts in the title? YouTube says it's hashtag shorts, plural. However, if the video is good, they're going in there with or without it. But just put hashtag shorts, but put it at the end of the title if you're going to put it in your title. 100%, dude. The market is the market. Audience is the king, which brings us right back to this. Once again, the algorithm follows the audience. Like if you take nothing else away from this live stream, take that away. The algorithm follows the audience. That's the answer to everything. That is the answer to everything. Let me see here. Okay, I answered that one. Make sure I'm getting everybody's questions here. I think I got everybody's questions. If I missed your question, I do apologize. I can get so much in there. Love from India. Namaste. I love you back. I edit ruthlessly for shorts. It's liberating. Yeah, I mean, think about it, right? Short form content, you're talking under 60 seconds. This is a completely different editing experience. You immediately have to hook their interest. That first second, hooked. And then you got to keep them hooked. You got to keep it hooked. What happened to your member moon? Did you lose your moon? Oh, it changes every month. So for channel members, the moons change every month. Roberto is a talented, Roberto's an awesome. Have you seen his thumbnails? Roberto's an amazing graphic artist with years of experience. His take on good isn't the same as the average viewer, but he knows how to get people to buy, be it dollar for view. Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, when it comes to getting advice from Roberto or Daryl Lees or Tim Schmoyer or Sean Canow or my brother Nick, or Brian G. Johnson, Daniel Battelle, creator friend. I was like, so many people they're really good at what they do, but you always have to remember that, the best of us can give you our opinions based on best practices, based on our experience, based on our knowledge of editing, design, YouTube, whatever. But at the end of the day, it always comes down to how your audience responds to it, right? I can tell you, or Nick can tell you, or Daryl Leaves can tell you, whoever can tell you, you should do X, Y, Z, and Daryl's usually going to be right, and so is Nick. but what it really comes down to is sometimes the best practices don't always work. For example, there was a really big study done on thumbnails. They looked at just, I think it was like millions of thumbnails that they got from YouTube, hundreds of thousands of YouTube channels, to figure out what thumbnails got the most clicks. What they found was thumbnails that had a face in the thumbnail got more clicks. Faces that had their mouth open or they looked surprised and their eyes looked bigger got more clicks. That's why people always say, why do people make those stupid YouTuber faces? Because they get clicks. They have data that says they get clicked more. 2 faces get clicked more than 1. 3 faces get clicked more than 2. So there's all sorts of data out there that says these sorts of thumbnails get clicked on the most. But that doesn't mean that is going to work for your channel, right? Those are best practices based on generalizations, based on the data, right? But your channel, your audience might not respond to the YouTuber face. Your channel might respond better to just a close-up of a particular item and you not being in the thumbnail at all. So you always have to test it to see how things work with your particular audience. Question, what if people just view my shorts and they don't like the video, or YouTube remove it from the short shelf? Yes, that's exactly what happens. So if your video goes into the short shelf, unless you end up with hundreds of thousands or millions of views, it's going to get removed from the short shelf. However, if it did well, there's a good chance that it will come back to the short shelf. YouTube is rotating videos in and out of the short shelf. But as I showed this earlier, keep in mind that you're competing with videos like this. 2.8 million views, 6 million views, 7.2 million views, 6.5 million views. These are the type of videos that stay in the short shelf. For mere mortals, unless you're getting those massive amounts of views where you stay in the short shelf, you're going to be rotated through based on video performance. And if it doesn't perform well, you'll go in once and you probably won't come back. The click rate with big faces and eyes and open mouths makes me laugh. It's also face babies. Yeah, but here's the thing though, it comes down to the audience, but those things get clicks. I hate it. I hate the YouTuber face, but you know what? When I do the YouTuber face, those thumbnails get clicked. I hate it. I'm embarrassed when I upload a video. When I upload a thumbnail, like this one, this thumbnail, I put a YouTuber face on it. And I'm just like, oh, it just makes me cringe. But people, they get clicks, man. They get clicks. It's really bizarre. Hey, Brendan. Advice and knowledge is good, but you know your content and your audience better than anyone. Exactly, man. As long as you're listening. Exactly. 100% it comes down to knowing your audience and knowing how your audience responds to the content and the thumbnails and the shorts that you make. That's all it comes down to. If you know how to get your audience to respond, you're going to win, right? It's just a matter of time. And on that note, I want to thank everybody for hanging out during this live stream. It's a little bit different than we normally did here on the live streams. I know normally we're playing a lot of music for the super chats and that sort of thing, but I wanted to answer as many questions as I could regarding YouTube Shorts. If you are new to my channel, I've got a subscribe link down in the description below. I also have 2 other videos on my channel about YouTube Shorts, and if I missed your question, I did my best to get as many as I could. I do apologize. You can come back and ask your question as a comment, and I will come back and answer your comments there. So thank you, everybody. Mods, thanks for holding it down. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the awesome questions. If you guys enjoyed yourself, if you learned something, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. It just lets me know I'm on the right track, lets me know that I'm helping you and I'm helping you answer all of your questions that you might have. Tube Spanner in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the Nimminati.
Tube Spanner is in the house. And guys, here's the thing. I'm not going to spill the beans just yet, but I'm going to tell you this. Remember this name, Tube Spanner. This is a really, really cool tool, a series of tools, a collection of tools that is getting ready to come out that's going to blow your mind. And I can't wait to show you guys how it works. So welcome to the Nimminati, Tube Spanner. Great to see you here, as always, Danielle. And you guys keep an eye out for Tube Spanner because this is going to be a really amazing tool that you guys are going to like. So on that note, I know I didn't play the funk coming in, but I'm going to play some music going out. So go ahead and give us a thumbs up on the way out, and let's play some tunes on the way out. Everybody, have a good one.
Super chat.
Wrong one. I hit the wrong one. Butterfingers. Let's try another one. There we go. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Susie.
Super chat.
Thank you, Tommy. Have a good one, everybody.